Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Avery and today's video is going to be an October budget with me. The theme of October for me is basically I'm kind of gearing up for the holidays. I feel like the start of holiday festivities happens in October with Halloween and also this fall festival I always go to every year. So it really just starts the spending season, but I really need it to be more of a saving season. Because I know I have a lot of expenses that I am coming up, like as far as like vacation goes in the future. So I really need to save some of my money in order to make some of those future goals or future plans happen. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. As far as how September went, it kind of was a bit of a bust. I spent a lot of money, so I really do want to rein it in for October. My mood wasn't the greatest, but I got through it. I feel like the month flew by at least, so there's that. Except this last week, that was the slowest possible week of my life. I was not a fan of that, but here we are. It's already October. The year has flown by. Let's get into it. Today, I have $3,331.68 to budget. This is a combination of getting a very, 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 very small raise and what was the other reason? Oh, I just moved some money around, so I had a couple extra dollars. So yeah. As far as like how I'm going to budget the money, I do use the software called YNAB or YNAB Budget. If you want to try it, there is a 34-day free trial link down below in the description that you can use to check it out. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. To help myself with this, I put some notes here so I wouldn't forget what I need to put money towards because I really needed to update my budget because a lot of it is not necessarily outdated but kind of unwritten or whatever, and it requires a little too much thinking or remembering in my mind, so I just wanted to make sure I wrote it all down in one spot. So yeah, we can tell that I need to make sure I'm budgeting for Canva Pro, health, beauty, and clothing. I want to put $100 in. I'm going to put money in my pet category. I want to put money in vacation, but I don't know how much. Something for vacation, pets on here twice, and the fall festival, and I get $50. So I'm just going to go through category by category and add the money, and yeah. It's pretty straightforward. What I like about YNAB is that once I create a budget, it's very easy to stick to it. Not stick to it, it's very easy to adjust it if I need to because things change over time. Priorities change, your financial situation changes, and you don't always have that much. You need to change your budget with the changing of the times, basically. Since I want to spend less money, let's skip the focus on now category and go straight into food because this is by far like the hardest category to stay within budget on. But for some reason, I'm feeling super confident for the month of October. And I have a lot of food like already at my house, like in the freezer and things like that in the pantry. So I really only think I'm going to need like $150 for groceries. I'm also kind of changing how I allocate money into the grocery category. And by that, I mean I'm splitting out my household expenses. So like toilet paper, paper towels. I'm splitting that out again. So I'm going to put $25 there just so I can get a better handle on how much I'm spending between household items versus grocery items. For dining out, I need it to be a cheap month. I need to rein it in. I need to put a little bit of discipline in place, and I only want to spend $125 or less. So that is exactly what I'm going to allocate. Just for context, in September, I spent almost $400 dining out and over $300 on groceries, so it really was not a good time. Moving on from that, my rent, which has already came out since I'm budgeting on October 1st, I'm a little bit behind, but I already had rent come out, and that was $672.50, so I'm going to put that in there. For renter's insurance, I pay for this annually, but I need to start putting money in there again, so I'm going to do $20 a month. I already forgot, there's a category I need to keep in mind, and that's pet insurance. More on that in a second. Moving on from that, I have a phone plan through Straight Talk. It is not an unlimited plan. I've thought about changing it to Mint Mobile, but I'm pretty lazy. So right now I'm just going to do another $37.23 into the phone category. For transportation, this covers things like parking, gas, Ubers, if I ever took an Uber, I guess, but I don't. But that's what it covers. And basically for this month, I know I'm going to be traveling out of state one time. Yes, just once. And hopefully my regular driving is not too intense. I felt like I drove a lot last month, September. So hopefully I don't go over budget on this again, because as you can see, I have $0 in the rollover category. But $100 is typically what I budget, and I think I should be okay. For car insurance, I paid for my 6-month premium last month, so I need to start saving for the next 6 months, which means it'll be due again around March. So I'm allocating $500 total as my YNAB target. So that means I need to assign $83.34 this month to stay on track. So that's what's really nice about the YNAB, what are they called? Spending category, savings goals, things like that, needed for spending, is that they allow you to be able to break out larger financial goals or big purchase items into month by month allotments. So let's do $83.34. For auto maintenance, I'm just going to do $50. I only do a yearly service as long as there's no issues with my car, of course, knock on wood. So I'm just putting $50 in there each month to try and build it up until it's due again next October, or August, I mean. So for medical, I need $130 in there. I am paying $70 a month towards a medical bill. It's just on a payment plan. I just didn't feel like paying it all at once because I owed $300, I think. So that's coming out, and then I just need to have some extra money for prescriptions and stuff. I'm gonna put $0 in therapy because I currently have hit my max out of pocket for the year, so I'm not paying therapy copays, so I don't have to worry about that. For wellness, this consists of $119 for my spin classes. I really need to get back and being consistent with those. My plan is 2 times a week minimum, and then it also includes, I'm thinking about starting a 30-day trial with this app called Alo Moves, which is more like a workout app. So it offers things, and it's created by Alo Yoga, I think is what it's called, or Alo. But basically, it offers yoga classes, HIIT classes, Pilates classes, things like that you can follow along with. And I've seen really good reviews on it, and I'm getting influenced by Instagram ads. So I think I might try that because I think I need a pretty well-balanced workout routine, such as spin classes for cardio, some Pilates or some yoga for more stretching style and just for meditative. And then I'm also doing the gym, or ideally I'd also be doing the gym a little bit each week in order to maintain strength and weightlifting. So that's kind of my thought process there. But the reason why I don't pay for a gym membership is because my boyfriend pays for it on his budget each month because we have a partner membership. So $132.96 is what I'm estimating. For Canva, I use Canva Pro to make thumbnails and things on YouTube, so I do like having that. It's $12.99 a month. Subscriptions, these are pretty boring and straightforward, but they're basically Apple Care, Spotify, things like that. That's $26.75. My YNAB subscription, I need to start saving money for that, so it's $8.25 needed each month because it does cost money after the free trial. I think it's worth it, but it does cost money, so I need to make sure I put money aside for that. Credit card annual fee, pretty straightforward. I have a credit card that has an annual fee, so that's $20.84. I'm using a sinking fund for Christmas, so I need to put $60 more in there, so I'm up to $540, which means I should be up to $700. Yeah, I think $700 by the time Christmas rolls around, so that's good. Saving. Let's skip that for now. For gifts, I need to create a little sinking fund for this because I don't have any gifts coming up in October, but I know November and December I have some birthdays coming up and some baby showers, so I'm going to put $30 in there. For donations, there's nothing I'm currently donating to, but I definitely think I should consider, let's come back to that one. Roth IRA we'll skip for now. I want to put $100 into the health, beauty, and clothing. Same thing for fun money, and I'm going to put $50 in the fall festival. Fun money is for things like concerts, hobbies, things like that, museum tickets, whatever it is I like to do for fun, buying a book, things like that. I'm finally, a nice thing I'm finally doing is I'm finally reading books that I own that I've had for literally years, and they're books I was really excited to read when I first got them, but just put them off for whatever reason. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm very excited to do something, I find I procrastinate on actually doing it, which means I never get around to it, which means I never got the enjoyment out of it. So here I am swinging back around, holding myself accountable 5 to 7 years later with some of these books, and I'm finally reading them. So yeah, currently I'm reading The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis, and that is actually really good so far. It's a YA novel, but it's very interesting. I have not read any YA or young adult in probably years. So I'm definitely coming back. It's definitely putting me in a different mindset. Like, it's really taking me back to high school because it's based in high school. So that's kind of interesting. For stuff I forgot to budget for, just in case I forget anything, because I do seem to be life actually seems pretty unpredictable lately, so I do need $50 in there. Student loans are now officially in repayment as of October 1st, so today. So my monthly payment is minimum $68.57. I'm going to put that in there for now, and then we'll see how much extra I can put in once I have everything covered. So there's that. And then I think that's actually, let's see if I'm underfunded by anything. I'm underfunded by $0. So let's go into my notes and make sure I'm adding what I need to add that's extra. So I already did the fall festival, I already did Canva, health, beauty, and clothing. For pet, I'm going to do $140. My dog Cece has an appointment for more vaccinations. I feel like we're just hemorrhaging money. Let's put another $30 in here actually. Let's do $170. Because I'm thinking about getting her a wellness insurance, or just for at least 1 year. So basically how pet insurance works is there's two types. There's kind of like accident and illness coverage, and then there's one that's more wellness based, where it's like their preventative visits, their vaccinations, their spay and neuter, things like that. I felt like the research on this was kind of lacking, but I am finding like if it's and maybe my opinion on this will change, but if you get a puppy and it's like the first or second year of having a puppy, really consider if a wellness plan makes sense for you as far as pet insurance goes, because I find that it's incredibly expensive. Just getting her vaccinated and getting her, like, they seem to do an exam every time, which is so annoying, but I mean, it's to keep it. It costs like another $50. So like things really add up fast. She had an issue with Giardia. So we had to pay for that. There was just a lot going on that really would have been better served by probably having a pet wellness insurance, I think is what they call it, plan. So I'm going to look into that before she goes for her next vet visit, but I'm thinking it's probably going to cost like $25 to $30 a month. I'll have to run the numbers and see if it's worth it at this point, but I'm thinking it might be. So yeah, moving on from that, a vacation. Okay, so I have $1,108.25 remaining. I want to put at least $500 just in my general savings category. I really depleted this, so I want to build that back up. And that's just for like more flexibility on like what I want to use that money for. Like I bought Lana Del Rey tickets recently, or I've been going on vacation, things like that. I use the money for that. I have a vacation potentially coming up in November, going to New York. So I'm going to put $200 there because I need some money for that. And what else? There was something else. So not vacation. Oh, student loans in my Roth IRA. Let's do $100 into the Roth. And let's do $300. What do we think? $200? I'm thinking. Just a big thinker here. Let's do $300 total. So I have $76.82 remaining. Let's put this in the Roth IRA is what I'm thinking. I should be working at the bakery this month and making some extra money, so I can put that money into things like vacation or savings or fun money if I need it. So yeah, so that I've allocated all the money, so I really don't have much to say after that. I hope the month of October goes well for all of you guys. Hopefully if you had a rough September like I did, hopefully October is a better month. Really in the home stretch of the year. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. If you want to see more budgeting content, you can hit the subscribe button and stick around. But otherwise, I will see you all in the next one. Bye now.